We're in Easthampton, Massachusetts. We're in the back of the Pre-Circle, and it's very easy to know that this cemetery, St. Brigids Cemetery, has burials for all three big ethnic groups that were Catholics within the community. And if you look towards the back, you see very easily Irish names. For instance, we're looking at one Dwyer, and there's one Connolly and Rush. But if you look to the third row, I see names like Donnet and Comtois. Those are names from Quebec. And then if you look back there, you also see Polish names, Krazik and Freer. For the first part of the 1900s and the last part of the 1800s, this cemetery was for all three ethnic groups, until the Polish got their own cemetery, and that was the St. Stanislaus Cemetery in 1923. So there's a lot of old Polish burials here, and a lot of French Canadians, because they never got their own cemetery in Easthampton, and certainly a lot of Irish, because this was their big place. Now, I'm in this section. I could have been any section to point that out, but I'm here because if you go to the back of this particular section, we're going to go back there in the summer at some point, and I'm going to point out from here how to travel. Go from the Pre-Circle backwards towards the reservoir, what's called Lower Mill Pond, and you're going to find back there two sections that are very important. There's the baby section. The baby section of Catholic Cemetery in the back is for the non-baptized babies that could not, by law of the Catholic Church, be buried within the body of the cemetery because they were not baptized yet. And so back there you see this little tiny baby cemetery with little angels or no stone at all, and it's all the little children. Also back there is the pauper section. There would have been no burials there unless the Immaculate Conception Church had a fraternal group which paid for the very poor Catholic burials and got them some stones. But the stones back there are an incredible sight. You don't see the regular kind of stones. You see handmade stones with names that were engraved by hand in a very irregular fashion. Sometimes just the initial of the person is on them. And so it's great to go back there and see what it's all about. And we're going to have a much longer session back there at some point when the weather is better. But just walking around, you're going to see gravestones. Three of them were, I think, the same family, maybe brothers. And it says, ainsi correspond with a couple day, and it gives the name, Oriel, last name, deceased. And it's all handwritten with a finger carved into a stone. So someone must have came with a piece of paper with a handwritten engravement and then hand chiseled in their relatives' inscription on the stone. And this occurs again and again. There's another stone back there that says M.J.D. and then it says died 1860. Born 1862, died 1921. And I looked at 1921 data of Easthampton, and it could be a Martin Dalton or a Mary Depth, but I'm not sure. All right, and then there'll be little tiny stones back there, like I mentioned, cracked stones, and it's really good to walk around in that back. It's probably the most interesting part of all. So thank you for coming on this section.